Question number 8 is going to involve us graphing a function that's given. It's a temperature function, and what this function does is it measures a person's temperature after having a fever for so many days. The domain of this function written on your paper goes from 0 to 12, so we're measuring the temperature over a 12-day period. I want you to come with me to my graphing calculator. Come on here, and let's see if you can watch me. All right, let's try to focus this a little bit for you. Let me see if I can get a clearer focus. There we go. Okay. What I'm going to do is I am going to, first of all, make sure I have a standard window by hitting Zoom 6, which I do. And now I'm going to hit y equals, and I'm going to enter the function. The opposite of 0.1 x squared, I like to hit caret 2. Oops, come back calculator, there we go. And then I have plus 1.2x plus 98.6. And when I hit graph, what's going to happen there is we're not going to really see much of a picture because the 98.6 takes us out of our standard window. What I teach my students to do, if you want to see the graph, a really good way to try to do that is to hit Zoom and then option 0, which is called Fit. Zoom Fit. And that starts showing me the top of this parabola. Now me personally, I'm going to hit the window button, and I see that the Y max is at 102.1. I'm going to go ahead and change that Y max to maybe a 104 just by hitting window and resetting it. Then when I hit graph, I can see the top of the parabola a little better. And the reason I'm interested in the top is we want to know the person's maximum temperature, and that's going to occur at the very top of the parabola, which is called the vertex in this. And the top or bottom of any parabola is always the vertex. In this case, it's where the maximum is going to occur. Now, one way to find it is to hit your trace key and just start moving to the top of the parabola to locate it. What I teach my students is the best way to find the maximum of a function on your graphing calculator is to go to the Calculate menu. You get there by hitting Second Function, Trace. And since we're looking for a maximum, we're going to type the option 4. I'm picking a 4. And now what we're being asked to do is to enter a left bound. So left bound means your cursor is to the left of the hill, which it is right now. So we hit enter. We're now asked to enter the right bound, so I'm going to use my arrow keys, and my right arrow key, and I'm going to move my cursor. I'm going to move my cursor to the right of the hill, not too far, but just to the right of it, and I'm going to hit enter. And then guess means take my cursor and go to the top of the hill, all right, where the maximum is occurring, and hit enter. And then notice what your calculator does for you is it gives you where the maximum occurs. So we'll call this x value 6, and we'll call this y value 102.2. So now if you come with me to my paper, all right, what we actually have here is we have a parabola opening down. The vertex of the parabola we just found to be the ordered pair 6, 102.2. Well, what that means, if we interpret that answer, let me go ahead and try to focus here for you a little bit. What that means if we interpret that answer is on day number 6, that's what the x value represents. On day number 6, the maximum temperature of, and now the y value comes in, 102.2 degrees Fahrenheit was reached. Always remember, a maximum value is not the ordered pair, it's the y value, in this case, of the vertex of the parabola. So on day 6, the maximum fever of 102.2 was spiked.